Welcome to the Home Inspector Marketing Podcast. Because you're a home inspector looking to increase your sales, improve your cash flow, and boost your bottom line, you are in the right place. For additional training resources on how you can grow your home inspection business, go to microreturns.com right now. And now, here's the podcast.
Hi, this is Mike Crow, and I run a home inspection business. In fact, I've run a couple of home inspection businesses. The true joy for me, though, has been helping literally thousands of home inspectors build really solid home inspection businesses as well. We can help a single-man operation be able to do over $300,000 a year, maybe all the way up to $400,000 a year as a single inspector operation. Even better for me is the 80-plus companies that we have helped be able to build million-dollar home inspection businesses. I would like to help you be able to do the same thing.
Time is running out to join us at our April Mastermind meeting. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, go right now to homeinspectormarketingpodcast.com/mastermind.
Somebody asked me a question the other day because they had heard something about me. It's amazing what people will say about you. And by the way, my favorite answer to that came out of Star Wars, right? Mike, I heard so many things about you. Yep, it's all true. Okay, well, maybe some of it isn't, but that's not the point. And one of the things you'll find is that people try to box you. Oh, Mike helps multi-inspector firms. We help the small guy. Oh, Mike helps this type of people. Oh, Mike focuses on marketing, but not the business. No, we focus on all of it. That'd be like saying I focus on your arms, but not your legs. I focus on your brain, but not your spirit. We focus on both. We got to focus on what you think, but we also got to focus on what you feel. I have had people I call zero to hero guys. These are some of my funnest, most dear heart to me. Chris and Ricky, okay? What great people they are. What amazing people they are. They joined my coaching business, literally brought them up here so they could ride with us. They rode with Jonathan, my oldest son, and came into our prototype business, rode with us. I had lunch with them. That's all I did was have lunch with them. And then I coached them, as we were going through the process. They went back and literally now run $1 million business. He had done 0 inspections when he started with us. I have a guy out of Florida. What a great guy out of Florida. And one of the things that we did was he had done like 18 inspections. 18 inspections. But he really had a desire to go big with what he was doing. Now he's running, I think, somewhere between a $2 and $3 million home inspection business because he took our big bang marketing, which, by the way, was what I used with my first company and what I still use today to literally knock our business out of the atmosphere, okay? It's like putting a rocket ship. It's like putting a fuel into a rocket ship and watching it go crazy. So even if you haven't done a single inspection, if you're willing to take and learn what I'm willing to teach you, you'll be able to do that. In fact, Krista, my oldest and daughter, one of the things she said was, Dad, we have to show people how to go do a good solid inspection. I went, people know how to go do a good solid inspection. Turns out that's not really true. Turns out it's more challenging for most folks than I realized. So I have a whole program I call Report Blueprint. It's a resource that I created from start to finish on what an inspection should look like. Everything from what you should say, what things you should not say, how you inspect, the routine, how long it takes you. Some people go, oh, Mike, you can't do that. We did 5,000 of them last year, so don't tell me I can't. And, anybody ever tell you can't? Just kind of aggravates you a little bit, doesn't it? And so I took people from ground zero all the way up to $1 million+ companies. Now, I'm going to tell you, that takes a lot of effort. The person that I enjoy working with as much of that, because I get so much pleasure out of that, but as much of that is somebody that's already running a $600,000, a $500,000, a $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 business, because here's the way I see it. If I can just get them $5 more per inspection, I have like 10 times what they pay me. And by the way, that's part of what I tell people. I am going to make sure that happens. I just feel so strongly about making sure that you get like 10 times the value out of what I can do for you. People don't realize is that as your business grows, you have to shift gears. Now, if you've ever driven a standard, you know exactly what I'm saying. So 1 to 3 inspectors is first gear. And you've got to make sure you build that right, because it's the foundation of the second gear. If you don't get up to speed, you don't start a car in second gear. Yes, you can, but it's really hard, okay? So getting first gear right makes sliding into second gear a piece of cake. Second gear is 4 to 6 inspectors. And what I watched, there was a gentleman out of Austin, Texas, and I love that guy, but I watched him build his business up to 5 inspectors twice, and then one day walk in and fire everybody. And the reason is because he didn't know how to shift gears from 3 inspectors to 4 inspectors. And when he got to 5 inspectors, it just got out of hand. It got out of control. He couldn't have the right amount of quality he wanted. He couldn't get things taken care of the right way. So one of the things I have to teach you is, hey, what does first gear look like? And then what does second gear look like? And if you've got 4, 5, 6 inspectors right now, you may be going just a little bit crazy, but we can fix that. You have to smooth out some of the edges and put the right systems in place. Again, I teach people systems, people, and resources. You got to put the right systems in place. And I will tell you, here's the fun thing is 1 to 3 inspectors at that point, there's a sweet spot. And boy, I tell you what, that business is just fabulous. The better spot, though, is 4 to 6 inspectors, because at 6 inspectors, when you do it the right way, now you're running right at $1 million company, probably more than $1 million company. And that sweet spot, oh, that is like heaven. Now, what I didn't realize when I started teaching that years ago is I used to teach people 7 to 12 up to 15 inspectors. That's third gear. And that's also like at the $2 million mark. And my friend, it is even sweeter. It is even sweeter. Because at that point, I work maybe 4 hours a week in my business on the home inspection side, just to make sure the numbers are right, just to make sure the systems are right, just to make sure the people are there that are supposed to be there, and just to make sure that I have the resources behind those things. So I don't know what level you're at. Maybe you haven't done a single inspection. We can help you get that systems in place. We can even help come ride with our inspectors. Learn how to do a really good rock solid inspection. Learn how to go do the marketing with our marketing people. Learn how to answer the phones. And then learn how to hire people so that you have a marketing person, so that you have a client coordinator, so that you have other inspectors. And by the way, in that order. Most people get the order wrong. Most people try to hire an inspector first. It's one of the biggest mistakes people make. Okay? And then once we've got that done, 0 to maybe 3 inspectors, then let's get your second gear all set up properly. Now we have to have inspector meetings. Now we have to have people in training all the time, okay? Now we have to have other things in place. So let's make sure that we've got the systems, people, and resources ready for that as well. And if you're like Wade out of Colorado, that I enjoyed working with tremendously, okay? Wade was already running a multi-million-dollar business. He used to come to my shows. He was what I call the strong silent type, right? He'd sit smack dab in the middle of the room. I could always see him. I always pointed him out. I was always amazed and impressed that he was there. And Wade went back and took that business from where he was at already and doubled it, maybe even tripled it since the last time I've said hi to him. It doesn't matter where you're at. What matters is getting the systems, people, and resources in the right order, in the right thing, so that you can build it from there. I actually teach something I call stackables, okay? Can you imagine putting together a pyramid? But imagine if you don't put certain blocks in place, that's going to be a pretty unstable pyramid. It might stand, it might get there, but if one thing comes out, now you've got a disaster on your hands. When you build the stackables the way I teach you to build them, this piece and 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 this, you have a rock solid business. Turning over rock solid profit, giving you a rock solid life. You know, and it allows me to be able to do all the wonderful things I do. The traveling, the spend time with my wife, the go spend time with my dad. Whatever it is that I want to go do, and I work about 4 hours a week in the business, just making sure the systems, the people, and the resources are all in a line. You can do the same thing, whether you're brand new, or whether you're already running a multi-million, or whether you've been in business for 20 years and you just haven't quite taken it over the $1 million mark. We can fix that, and I can help show you it's a lot easier than you might think.
We hope you enjoyed the podcast, and as a friendly reminder, if you're looking to increase your sales, improve your cash flow, and boost your bottom line as a home inspector, go to microreturns.com right now.